LO trading is closed on September 22nd, 2016. Last night I said that the high of the day, Wednesday, was critical. I said if it held, and I gave a number of reasons for holding, then we had lower targets in the 2140s and 2120s. But if we gapped over it, we had much higher targets. Well, we gapped over it. We'll talk about the higher targets in just a minute. We still need to see these prices. During the day, MEJT gave a sell signal, an ultimate sell signal in the afternoon, and that worked. I think it's important for those who use the system to point out this is a type of a day when the system really helps. We gapped up strongly, hit a new high, and then went a few hours and couldn't make any progress. It's unlikely you're going to get any further gains any further gains with staying power anyway, until the final hour of trading. When that happens, here's an ultimate sell, and with the knowledge that the odds are against a strong up move, I think it's reasonable to take a sell position here. Now, when you see a big drop like this, I think it's human nature to think it's just going to keep on dropping. This was under all previous lows of the day. MEJT said immediately this was not for keeps and that prices would return to this line after this time, which they did. For anyone who went short here, there was reason to cover it here, and even if you didn't cover a short here, the system certainly argued against taking a new one. And on the day with a very narrow range, this move up was enough to pay for the cost of the system for several months, many times over, I think. Well, let's go back to today's trade and tomorrow's prediction. I don't have any new MEJT signals. We have the same call for tomorrow as yesterday. If we don't gap up over these highs, lower prices should print. We gapped up, hit a series of new highs, couldn't hold on to any of them. It wouldn't take much to make new highs. Might happen, but I have resistance at this level too. Don't know if it'll hold, and frankly, I thought this resistance was stronger than this resistance. Everything would be back on track for me if we were to gap down sharply tomorrow and undo all of this initial gap up, but I have no way of knowing if that's going to happen. What we have here's our 78-minute chart. Any strong rally usually promptly takes out the TDST line, which is here. Doesn't have to be taken out by now, but if we gap down tomorrow, if that were to happen, it would indicate that maybe it's spent as far as the rally is concerned, because we haven't gone past a confirming level for strength. Here's my target. I had hoped you would, hoped is the wrong word. I said that often we're going to retrace to this line. Sometimes instead of retracing to the line, we retrace only to the point to which the line was broken, and we did that today. So even though this is the commonest retracement, we don't really have to do it. Well, this is a pretty big trend line here. When you connect this and all these and that and this and that and even this, you can see it's pretty significant that we stopped right at it. That trend line is going to hold us unless we gap over it tomorrow. Cycles aren't my thing. I know a number of people who have written about cycles in this time frame. I have one I haven't seen written about that was a product of a friend of mine, and that one hit today. So it would indicate a change in trend if it works. Doesn't work every time. So once again, if we gap up over these highs, we can keep going higher. If we don't, and particularly if we gap sharply under these lows, I think we have much lower prices ahead of us. We should retrace to the FOMC announcement level. And since today's high was about 36 points higher, we should go at least 36 points under this into the low 2100s if the whipsaw works. So tomorrow's open's critical. The day tends to start out high and close on its lows. And the open should tell the story. That's today's call.